And a hard pop up into left field for Faith as it goes all the way to the third line. Dakota Hogwood scrambling to get that ball. But Faith is going to have the first point right up again early on in the game, as Dakota just could not quite make that out.
Well,
Faith slamming it.
We talked about business. How about the first pitch of the game? She just drilled that to the third line of defense. Not much Dakota Hogwood could do. She was ready to go, and it's 1-0 Bombshells. Families.
And it's going to be a hard line drive out into right field, all the way up against the baseline as they rush for the ball, trying to find it. And that is going to be a score for Jamie Simpson, putting 2 on the board.
Really good
2
hit.
runs for the Bombshells.
Good hit on a 1-strike count. Kalari was trying to communicate with Kirsten, it sounded like, but just past her. Sounded like that sharp line drive. So the Bombshells in the first inning today have already scored more than they did all of last season as they lead 2-0. 3 batters in.
And it's knocking out right between the pitcher's legs as it goes to short center, rushing for the ball, gone past the first line. It's going to be Kathleen trying to get the ball up, and she is out. That is the out with Kathleen Trutchell for the Divas.
So 2 outs now, top of the first. That was a really good play.
And pounding it down onto the ground over into right field short. Dakota going to be running to go for that while Rosie's headed for the beach. Dakota's almost to the ball, turning around. Rosie missed the base, came back, and made it safe. Just as Dakota was getting the ball up in the air, it was almost like I thought she was playing a game out there in the field. Dakota was flopping around in the grass after that ball. And right on, giving it a gentle tap past the pitcher's area, almost at the pitcher. Kalari running over there, and that is going to be an out by Kalari Jackson. Kalari 6.
So Kalari Jackson with a good play. She made several of those last year to win MVP, both offensively and defensively. But the Bombshells get 3.
And hard line drive over into left, past Jamie Simpson and Faith Penn, outrunning, and she's going to be safe. That is going to be already equal to last year's game. That is a run for Kalari Jackson for the Divas, putting them up on the board.
Well, if we just ended the game right now, it would be the exact same final score. The difference is we're in the bottom of inning number 1 with nobody out.
And it would be the Bombshells are leading where the Divas were last year.
Correct.
And a slamming hit out into left, just over Jamie Simpson in the first. And, scrambling for the ball, scrambling. And she is going to be safe. That was an almost by Crystal Malero, but not quite in time. So Dakota will bring in a run for the Divas. Williams. We did say we didn't know what number she would be. Oh, and that went. She stumbles to grab it, but she's going to have her out. And that is going to be from Ashley Malero. And a solid hit over short and to left. See if Jamie Simpson just scoops it right up, and that is going to be an out. She caught it right in her lower stomach and just easily reached down, grabbed it, and popped it up. Excellent put out by Jamie Simpson. And a solid knock, but it's going to go over to right field, over to Kim, and just past her. She turns around to scrambles. Dakota trying to back her up, grabbing the ball, but that is going to be safe for Rosie Reed.
Be careful what you wish for, indeed. And didn't go to Kalari's side, as you said, but still unable to make the plays defensively. Kim and Dakota trying to back her up, but again, a little bit of a slower developing play, just not able to get to the ball in time.
Actually, that was not Dakota. That was Kiki trying to back her up. I'm sorry. But
And I believe it's 4-2.
And a hard hit out into center left, going just past Kalari and Kathleen. Dakota running to go over there to back it up as she gets on the ground. Faith missed the base, coming back. Dakota knocks it out of her hand again, but Faith caught it on the way back, and that is going to be a run for Faith Penn.
Oh, man. You had a missed base, a missed ball, a flubbed ball, just all together.
And a hard slamming hit over into left, just bouncing. Right into Jamie's arms, though. Easy catch. She holds it right up. That is going to be an out. Jamie Simpson with that put out. Just perfect placement. Popped right in there. She was able to snag it up.
That's the second very strong put out we've seen from her in this game.
And a solid hit. Line drive out into center, just past Jamie Simpson. Faith on the ground, crawling for it. Gonna crawl for the ball. And she has it. That is going to be out, a put out by Faith Penn for the Bombshells. As Kiki was running actually midfield, not even toward third base. And making a solid connection just inside the right baseline. Straight over to Kim. She's got it, and that is going to be out. Kim Blumenthal for the put out over up tight on the right baseline. And a solid, hard pounding hit just past the first line of defense out in the right field. Rolling past the second, scrambling to grab the ball. But she is going to be safe. That is safe, just short of getting that put out back in back right field. Just not quite in time. And a hard hit. Bouncing down in front of the pitcher and then running out to center field just past Kalari. She's still scrambling after you got three girls out there and it is called out. I'm not quite sure which one of that has got it. Not sure which one. That was Jocelyn Williams. And it's going to be a low line drive. Oh, it just went right under their legs all the way into the back, scrambling at the line. But she is going to be out.
Just a hair ahead of her touching that base.
And that was, let's see, that was Sari Hernandez with the put out right there as it had gone underneath Ashley Malero's legs. And it's going to be a solid grounder over in the right field, just past Ashley Malero. Bounced off her knees. It's going to bounce out over toward the base as they're scrambling to get it. Kim running for the base, and it looks like Kim is going to have it. That is going to be a run for Kim Blumenthal as they just can't quite get the ball up in the air.
Yeah, tough play there for the Bombshells. They probably wish they would have had that one right off the legs. But it was good to see Kim finally get that contact. The first two at-bats didn't get pretty much any contact at all. Struck out both plate appearances that time. Able to put the ball in play and produce a run with 2 outs and get Dakota Hogwood up to bat.
Man, clobbering that down into center on the ground, just past Jamie. Faith laying down to grab it. Has the ball, but does she have it up? And, oh, that is out. Just bare second before Dakota hits the base. It's going to be out by Faith Paul.
So Dakota Hogwood has definitely hit the ball today 3 times. 1 time she scored. 2nd time she was put out by Jamie on a great play. And that time, again, just right to him. Just couldn't quite get to the base in time. They're reviewing this? They're reviewing it.
Okay, from the body. It has to be lifted away from the body.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it is out.
Yeah, because then it
Jocelyn ready for the pitch. And a solid hit, grounder just over to right field, past Ashley, bouncing off legs, and can they get it? Nope, she is safe, giving the Divas finally another run up on the board.
That's a big run. That's an underrated run on a full count pitch. Was looking for that solid contact, and she gets there before the...
Is that friend with just made Bill?
Okay. Unfortunately, he made bail.
Jason Frazier, you're next, buddy.
Kalari Jackson up at the plate.
Get him out of jail.
Sorry, a little distracted. So that's a run as Jocelyn Williams was able to get in there right before they picked up the ball. 7-4, and now it gets interesting because now you have Kalari Jackson.
And a solid connection, grounder on the left, just straight into Jamie Simpson again, easily.
Late base, though. Late base.
Good thing it was.
So it was a late base.
It was a late base.
And as much as Kalari might be upset that it was a late base, it was a good thing for her because that went straight to Jamie Simpson, and that would have been an out. So.
High, solid clobber into center, past Jamie, past Faith as they're scrambling out in the field, and that is easily going to be a safe for Kalari. So this one will count. She is safe. solid whack right down on the ground in center. Past Jamie, going to Faith. She's nailing it with her feet. She just got to get it and get that. And she is out. Faith Penn with the out. And a solid pop up over into center. Just, catching at Kalari's feet, kicking it back out to the right as they scramble. Jocelyn scrambling for that. And she is going to be safe. That puts another run up for the Bombshells and totally making Rosie.
So it's 8-5 now as Rosie Reed is 4 for 4.
And a solid hit. That's going to be, wow, it looks like it's going to run fair inside the right baseline. And she is safe. That is another for Faith Penn.
Kalari
Just ran about an inch inside that baseline.
Kalari trying to get it, running from one side of the field to the other, but it wasn't on her side.
And a solid hit just inside the left baseline over in the left field as Kim runs for the ball, scrambling for it. But that is going to be a safe. That was like a half a second. And a solid connection, but it hit the pitcher right. If she hadn't put her glove up in front of her face, it would have hit her mask. And another solid bouncing at the pitcher, but it's on the ground out into center, going to Kalari as she scoops it up with her legs, and that is going to be out. Kalari Jackson with that put out for the Divas. That is going to be sending the Bombshells back into the field. And a hard pop-up over into left field. It's going to be just past Jamie Simpson. Running after it, though. Going to grab it, and she is going to be safe. That's going to give the Divas another run up on the board, trying to stay alive, making it a 10-6 game.
For the Bombshells.
And that is going to be a strike, so that will be the game. That is a 10-6 game for the Bombshells.